We are entering day 6 of our epic drive from Singapore to Tibet and Mount Everest. We leave Bangkok for Pitsanulok, and that's gonna be a 6-hour drive spanning 395 kilometers. Along the way, we stop at Samchuk Market for some sightseeing as well as for lunch. This is a traditional market that has been around for more than a century. This market has a very authentic, old-school feel. One of the more famous restaurants in this market sells this massive meatball that is about the size of a child's head. We have finally reached Pitsanulok and we are staying at Shinabura Historic Boutique Hotel. I love the decoration as well as the decor and architecture of this boutique hotel. For couples on a romantic getaway, this hotel is a must visit. Day 7 of our journey takes us from Pitsanulok to Chiang Rai, and that's gonna be a 7 hours drive across 435 kilometers. This stretch of road has quite a bit of roadworks along the way and it slowed us down quite a bit. But the roads later opened up to undulating hills. We visited Singha Park Chiang Rai, a scenic spot where we will also be getting our lunch. Lunch is at the highly acclaimed Bu Birom. Although it's a little bit expensive, but the view as well as the great food makes up for it. En route to our hotel for this evening, we passed by Wat Rong Kun, a white temple that has some really intricate architecture, carvings and interior. Le Meridian Chiang Rai Resort is where we will rest this evening. Today is day 8 of our road trip from Singapore to Mount Everest and Tibet, and we are heading from Chiang Rai towards Chiang Khong. The journey so far is 2,743 kilometers. Along the way, we stopped by Choi Fong Tea Plantation, a great choice if you want to relax with a cup of tea as well as some cakes amidst lush green scenery. Prices here are pretty expensive, but hey, you're paying for the view. We are near the Golden Triangle, and beyond these mountains is Myanmar. This restaurant is popular because you are eating in Thailand while you can see Myanmar and Laos across the horizon.
Hi.
In fact, I was able to fly my drone from Thailand all the way into Laos. The Golden Triangle Buddha is just a couple of 100 meters away from the restaurant. It is extremely popular with tourists because you can see all 3 countries from this spot. There was a House of Opium museum just beside the Golden Triangle Buddha, and you can learn about how opium was produced as well as traded during the early days. Along the way, we saw street-side vendors getting ready for their night market. As I've been driving the entire day, I am happy that my co-navigator as well as driver, Mr. Po, took the wheel. After a long drive, we eventually reached our resting place for this evening, which is the Chiang Khong Teak Garden Riverfront Hotel. A unique selling point of this hotel is from most of the rooms, you can actually just see Laos across the river. I managed to fly my drone from the hotel into Laos itself. Day 9 of our road trip from Singapore to Mount Everest is starting from Chiang Khong and ending in Bhutan in Laos. Today is going to be a very treacherous day, as you will find out why later on in the video.
16 will be the
Because of our great relationship with the Thailand Tourism Board, they made available to us a couple of police escort to ensure we have a safe and smooth ride and drive to the border. The Chiang Khong vehicle border checkpoint isn't exactly the most popular, and we were pretty much the only cars there. We cleared with no fanfare and we reached the Laos border control and immigration. We had to get our permits done up. Although it's pretty early for lunch, we decided to eat here
middle of the road, all flood.
because the rest of Laos has been affected by flooding and water supply isn't exactly the cleanest. I really like how idyllic as well as serene Laos is. You can see that there are collapsed roads from the floods, and we stopped at a petrol kiosk, but the petrol quality is questionable. I don't think it even meets 91 octane. Livestock that is roaming the streets become easy target for roadkill. We encountered landslides pretty much every couple of 100 meters, which is testament to how severe the heavy rainstorm as well as the flooding was. The road condition in Laos is not exactly the best, and that is not surprising considering that Laos is one of the poorest country in Southeast Asia. A lot of the roads are riddled with potholes filled with muddy water. There's a landslide ahead and we are right now at a complete standstill. You can tell that from these roads that have collapsed, it is absolutely dangerous to travel in Laos at night without any street lighting. You can easily fall into the ravine and frankly, you will not find any help perhaps till the next day. I do not see many children going to school, and you can see that parents are pretty young. Many of our cars were slightly damaged traversing these really horrid conditions. We had under trays being ripped off, we had damaged wheels as well. By now, most of our cars were caked in a thick layer of mud as well as red dust. Imagine if you were driving a normal sedan over these roads. It is absolutely not possible if you haven't got at least a crossover. For the smaller cars in our team, these potholes are as deep as an entire wheel. For certain stretches, we had to wait up to half an hour for the trucks to clear before we can go because it is now a one-lane road. And smaller cars are really just bullied on the road as the trailers and big trucks muscle their way through. Here we are reaching to Bhutan. With our cars absolutely filthy. Bhutan is a strange place. It is located in Laos, however, There is Chinese food. You get menu and signboards in Chinese. Everything is paid in renminbi. And really, it is just catered for the Chinese. And of course, the vices that are not allowed in China, for example, casinos, social escorts, etc., are openly traded here.